Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mutsa and this is Becoming Mutsa, where I share with you guys all the lessons that God has been teaching me throughout this faith journey that I've been on with him for the past few months. It's actually almost been a year. In November it's going to be a year. So he's done a lot of work within me within this year, which I'm super excited about. But every day, yeah, he keeps on showing me new things. And even when it comes to reading his word, as I'm more and more in him, I'm starting to be able to receive his word in a different way. It's as if, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I always used to read the Bible. Growing up, I would always read the Bible, and I was always like hard on myself about memorizing scriptures because I would see other people memorizing scriptures and I thought that was so cool, but I was never able to do it anyways. I say all that to say I was always in the Bible, but as of recently, as I've been in his word, his word has been speaking to me in a way that is undeniable. So today, one thing that he placed upon my heart was walking by faith and not by sight. I actually just came out of a Bible study with my favorite Bishop Samuel Blakes. He does daily Bible studies every single morning at it's the times are different depending on your time zone, but I will link his information below. But yes, he's definitely been a vital part of this journey because of the encouragement that he has been really helping me focus. He's been helping me focus on this walk in a way that has helped me get to know and understand God in a deeper way. The thing I love about his ministry is he just focuses on God's word and God's promise, and he's always leading people to build a relationship with God, to seek him first. He's always made it a point to say that he is only just the vessel for God. So yeah, I've really been drawn to him. I've been every single morning, not every single morning because life, has gotten busy for me some months, but for the past year, I have just made it a point to join his Bible study, and they have not failed me. So today, he was diving into walking by faith and not by sight, and it just reminded me about what that means. For me, what that means is, doing those things without knowing what the outcome is going to be, without knowing how things are going to work out, but just trusting that, okay, God is in this, so God is going to take care of this. So this is not to say just like go out there and just make just a rash choice, just quit your job and just like sit there and just wait for God to do his calling. Maybe he calls other people to do that, but when it comes to God, what he's purposed for us, it always makes sense and it always falls into place in a way that makes sense. So for instance, right now he's moved me to a new province. I've been to 3 different provinces this year alone, and he sustained me every single time. Within those times, I've been in the workforce. I've been building relationships. While I'm building relationship with him, he's bringing people into my life where I'm able to build relationships, or then I'm in a place where I am taken care of, not just like by people, but like the people are kind of like that for me in my mind right now, because I'm still new to this. They're kind of like a safety blanket for me. God calls me to certain places through prayer, petitioning, studying. I'm able to now discern his voice. And so he calls me into certain places. And when he calls me into those places, there's always his people there ready to support in ways that I need before I even ask for it, before I even know that I need it. And that's how I know it's of God. Even in this situation, like where he's placed me right now, it's an absolute, like, I know it's all God. He is sustaining me at this point. I don't have a job right now, but I have goals that I'm working towards. And with those goals, they are focused on God and His glory and advancing His kingdom. It says, seek ye first the kingdom, and all these things will be added to you. We need to walk by faith, meaning we need to seek Him. We need to be focused on Him. My choices are based upon Him, what He's calling me to do here. That's where every day when I'm waking up, I'm thinking about God. Every day that I'm going to sleep, I'm thinking about God. Like literally, I'm sacrificing, so not sacrificing, surrendering my whole life, my whole self to be used as a vessel for God. And so with me doing that, He's providing for me everything that I need beyond my expectations. I thought that I was coming here to just be staying in a room, renting out a room. God upgraded me to a whole home. I'm here in a whole home because I leaned on Him. I listened to His call. Even though I was scared, like of course I was nervous, I was scared because I'm a type of person that likes to have all of my eggs in the basket before I make a choice. But this time I didn't. I didn't know what I was walking into. I didn't know what to expect. It seemed crazy. It seemed really, really crazy. But God has shown me throughout this whole situation that that's where He's at. I remember Pastor Mike Todd back in the day when I used to listen to him. He had the sermon about crazy faith, and like that really, really ministered to me. But at that point, like I didn't really understand the true meaning of crazy, crazy faith. Like I wasn't there yet in my faith journey. But then now that I'm in that point and I can recognize that I have crazy, crazy faith, and I'm living all of the promises that God promised upon me, plus more, due to that crazy faith. Like it's hard to wrap my head around. It's hard to wrap my head around because my mind was so resistant to His power and to His glory. Hearing His stories, not hearing His stories, but like reading the Bible and seeing all the things that He did, all the signs, wonders, all that. I think I was receiving that as if that was just like a made up story. But really, that is God. That is who He is. And so we have access to that same God. But in the time that we live in, it's kind of like we have been desensitized to that fact. So me starting to grab hold of that little by little, it's not easy. It's not easy. Even though I've seen His works within my life, I still struggle. But the thing is, He works with me through that every single day. That's the beautiful thing about God. Like when you fully accept Him into your life, when you fully surrender to Him, it's like He leaves you in this place where you just have no words to explain or express. Like from the outside, telling people, oh yeah, I moved here, I don't really have a job right now, but like I'm focusing on God, letting Him lead me. People look at you like, what? Is she okay? I've had some friends that are like, wow, that's wild, what's up? But I've tasted and seen God and what He's able to do. And I know that this is where I want to be undoubtedly. I want to be a vessel for God. I want to continue to spread His gospel. I want Him to continue to use me because He knows the desires of my heart. He knows what I need. And so now, as I'm surrendering to Him, He's providing me all of those needs. And those needs, it's not like, you have those prayers, and I used to pray all the time, but my prayers were just like flesh driven, is what I'm starting to recognize. I would pray for that husband and that home and wealth, all those things that of course like we all know, but surrendering means letting go of those things. The type of car I want, type of house, type of husband I want, letting go of that and trusting that God knows my heart and He's going to provide those things that my heart desires. And it sounds crazy saying it, but it's so true because literally, like, And you just have to be in it to really understand that, yo, all I have to do is surrender and spread your gospel, and you're literally going to provide my every need, my every desires that were beyond what I can even imagine or dream. God is so good. God is so good. And like, I really, really am excited to see like where else he's taking me, where else he's leading me, because like I'm locked and loaded. Yes, I do have my days where I struggle. I do have a lot of things that I'm struggling with present moment. But the thing is, like, God is a redeemer. God sticks through things with us. He doesn't abandon us. He doesn't leave us or forsake us. And so I know that these things I'm going through at this moment, they're not going to be here for much longer, because God is he has already delivered me from it. Because like I was saying in my other video, you know, the prayers that I've prayed that maybe I haven't seen the answer to it now, is because it's not ready yet. But just know it's in the works. So yes, guys, walk by faith. Walk by faith. If it seems crazy, of course, have a relationship with Christ. Pray to him daily. Read his word and get to actually know him. Get to actually know him. Because I was talking to one of my friends the other day about deciphering the voices in your head, because there's the voice of the enemy, there's your own voice, and there's also God's voice. And it's just like, when you have a close friend or family member, you just know them. Nobody can come to you and say, oh, so-and-so said this or this. Nobody can say anything disparaging about a person that you know to you, because you know that you know them. Why? Because you've taken time to know them. You've grown with them. You understand them. And it's just like, we need to approach God in that same way. How are we going to know him? Through prayer with him, and also through his word, through the people that have experienced him and have shared that with us, you know? So I definitely encourage everybody, dive into his word. You know, if you don't understand it, try different translations. Like, look for a church that you feel God's presence in. Look for a church that's going to lead you more to God rather than to the flesh. You know, find friends that are also believers, because that also helps and goes a long way. Like in this season, I've been really learning how to build relationships with people, and I'm seeing the fruit of that, because the support that I'm receiving from these friends, not even friends, but now even family, you know, those are my brothers and sisters in Christ. And the way that their support really comes through in those moments where it needs to come through, I know it's all God. So yeah, look for that community, or even online, look for a preacher online that you like. Just search for him just vigorously. Like, you have to be on fire about it, you know? Even if you don't feel like reading the Bible, you don't feel like listening to the sermon, you don't feel like going to church, fight it. Fight it. Force yourself to do it. Force yourself to always be in his presence, right? And I'm telling you, like, it's so worth it, because God is so good, and he stands firm on his promises. He doesn't just promise those things frivolously. He stands firm on his promises. So yeah, guys, like, things are really going well. I'm really thankful to God for, you know, how far he's brought me and what he's taught me, and like what he's yet to do with me. I'm really excited about that. And I just pray that I'm able to continue to glorify his name and share my experience, and let him use that as he sees fit. So yes, guys, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.